All right, so we are in a major drought. You see the sand hills are completely done. Completely done. Completely done. This corn should be 6-7 foot tall by now. Out there in the center, you can see where it's green, the good ground, looks good, but then you look over there at the sand hill, nothing. So even the grass is dying. We are in a major drought, need major rain, but no matter how much rain we get, it's not going to pull any of this out of it. It's done for. Sad, because this corn was beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. And now we haven't had rain, and it's next couple days are going to be 97, 98 degrees. So no crop this year. So I believe that all the chemtrails that you see the government spraying in the air are created to hurt the weather pattern so it doesn't rain, because we have rain all year, and then when everybody's crops are in the ground, you start seeing the airplanes and the chemtrails and all that nonsense. And I believe it's to hurt the food chain, food source, and it creates higher food prices, you know, less food, more prices. And don't think for a minute that the government and all the people that make these billions of dollars, you know, there's only 1% of the world controls all the wealth. Everybody else is just slave workers. And if you don't believe that, look it up. But I believe that they do it to hurt so it doesn't rain, changes the weather and pattern. It doesn't rain. How can it rain, and then never rain again when all the crops are planted? It's definitely an issue. So I believe it moves the weather pattern. So one side of the country is drought, the other side's getting flooded. That's how they got it figured out. That's what I believe anyway. So don't call me crazy, because this world's changing. Look just how things are now. It's just crazy. It's just real crazy. Good morning. It is Sunday, the 23rd, I think. I am moving the rest of the straw out of the field. We don't have but, I think, 8 more grabs. All the other fields are clear, but it's Sunday. Nobody wanted to work. I didn't feel like calling them in and getting the wagon, so I've just been taking the loader and moving the piles. Plus, everybody's tired from wheat season. So when it's 95 degrees outside, it's supposed to feel like 100 today. So I figured I want this field clear, because they're talking about rain tonight. We haven't had rain in a month. Corn looks horrible. Wheat crop was good. Corn was horrible. Looks horrible. So I am, but if it gets rain, if we do get rain, I want to get the rest of these beans in. I got all the beans planted except for about 250 acres I got left. And I want to, if we get rain, we're going to hold off on the last 250 because it's really gotten dry. Stacking it up, I don't know if you can see it or not. If we get rain, I want to be getting these beans in the ground, because from this point on, you're going to lose about a bushel a day if you don't get them in. And I don't want to lose a bushel a day. So if it rains tonight, that planter will be rolling. And if I have to go spread fertilizer for people, I haven't been spreading here lately, I think because of the lack of rain. People just don't want to, they're a little hesitant on putting fertilizer on. We still got 200 acres of corn that we got to put ESN on, but we've been waiting for rain. The corn across town looks really good. It was the last that I planted. They got a little bit more rain than this side of town did, and it looks good. So, but we're just going to hold off because, you know, fertilizer isn't cheap. So we're going to make sure we got rain for the crop before I go spread those 200 acres. And I think that's what's going on with a lot of people. I think we get some rain, people would turn back on and start putting some fertilizer down, and I'll be a lot busier. But if I do get busy putting fertilizer down, I will be planting at nighttime because I'm going to get people done. You know, other farmers come first, so I'm going to go knock them out if they want something done. And then I'll be, just like with corn, I was fertilizing for everybody, and I planted 90% of our corn in the dark. Same way with this. If they want fertilizer, I'm going to go and stop what I'm doing and get them done. Then I'll come plant the soybeans at nighttime. But yeah, it's been miserable. It's been hot, no rain. We haven't even had like a temp just to kind of keep everything going. It's just been completely shut off. But there's a 70% chance tonight and tomorrow morning, so we'll see. But it seems like the 70% is like, it gets to us and then it splits us. North part gets it, south part gets it, we don't get anything. So let's hope that we get a good storm. I mean a good storm. A lot of rain to help it out anyway. So, but the sandhills are pretty much done. You're not going to bring them back. We've probably lost half of our yield, I would say, already. So whatever rain we get from here on out is just holding whatever yield's left, whatever yield we're going to get left. So I don't know. That's the way it is. We got to get some pivots up. Pivots are pivotal. And when I go spread for people, I talk to a lot of farmers, and a lot of them have pivots. Further north you go, like Delaware is kind of sandier ground. Even though we got sandy ground, it seems like they have sandier ground, but they have a lot of pivots. The same way when you go west, like towards Easton, Talbot County, Dorchester County, they got a lot of pivots. And all the farmers that I talk to, and I can sit there and talk to them all day, you know, they all tell me pivots are the key. You know, they are expensive up front, but they pay for themselves. It's just the process of getting them in and getting them done. Everybody's scared that, well, it costs money. Well, what doesn't cost money nowadays? But if you can get double your yield every year, even on a drought year like this, I mean, it's going to help you. So, I don't know. I know you guys are tired of hearing about pivots, but I tell you, pivots are key. And there's some big farmers around here that have really big fields. I mean, we got some big farms, but they got a lot of big farms. And I'm like, you know, and it's old money, and I'm like, man, why don't you guys have pivots, you know? They buy, a lot of them buy new combines, new tractors, but they don't buy pivots. I would be putting pivots in. Pivots and grain bins. Neighbor of ours, Jack, he's smart. I mean, he got into farming late. But, you know, he put pivots up on all of his farms. Good yields. Has nice equipment. Now he's building grain bins for the scale in. He does it the right way. I like how he does it. So, but he definitely gets the yield out of his ground. And they'll tell you that, you know, pivots cost money and it costs money to run them. But when you're looking at that yield monitor on a year, especially a year like this, it makes you happy that you did it, and it pays for itself. So I'm gonna get at this. I'll see you later. Another thing I'll say, you see these farmers buy $1 million combine and never bitch about the cost of $1 million combine. That's completely ridiculous in price. But you'll hear them bitch about putting the $200,000 pivot in. That's gonna double their crop input. I just think a lot of people are funny and they got the wrong, you know, they'll buy a $600,000 tractor and a $500,000 planter and never complain about how high John Deere's prices are, but they won't go put a $200,000 pivot in. It just doesn't make no sense. I don't know. I think pivots are the key. They are. I'd rather get them in while I'm young than be some old man doing it. So, I don't know. Well, I have been putting out a field fire all day with the fire department. Wheat field caught on fire twice, and big fire, not a little fire. I couldn't see, I got engulfed in it. I had to put the disc down when I turned in AW's driveway. They got freaking trenches out here everywhere. Bales of straw out here. So we're trying to run over them with the disc and let them burn out. There's all the fire crew. Major fire. I mean, and the wind's blowing 20 miles an hour, and that makes it worse today. It's only about a mile and a half from my house. I got the text message because I used to be in the fire department. I retired from there. I just didn't have time, and now I'm out here putting them out anyway. All these bales are what's left. We done disced all this up, so it was bad. I ain't never been engulfed in a fire like that, and I just had to put this tractor in gear and go right through it and put the disc down. So AW, if you're watching this, I messed up some of your grass and probably your blacktop on your driveway, but I couldn't help it. I had to get going. Well, they're calling for a rain today, but knowing our luck, it will go right over us. This is our corn. Look at the dry spots right there. Saying all we need is a couple tenths here and there, just keep it going, and we can't get it. It hadn't rained in 2 months. It says it's coming briefly, but it ain't gonna be here. You watch, it'll go right by us. Corn looks sad. Look at that, dry. Well, we're getting a little bit of rain. A little bit, you can see it. I mean, it's not enough, but it's gonna help something. So, got my brother loaded. We're gonna go unload them. We're putting them in the chicken houses. I wish we could get this rain all day. See, it's already starting to clear up. It's just a short-lived rain, but we might get a tenth. But anything helps. It looks like the people that got corn, that has good-looking corn in the next county, got most of it. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Just keep coming down. I wish it would do this all day long. All day long would be sweet. Gotta appreciate a little bit of it. Ah, we needed this bad too. Thank you, Lord. We needed this. I know it ain't much, but it's something. Good Lord. It's something. Something to help out. At least get this dryness going. There was 2 bad fires I had to go help the fire department put out with the dish yesterday. One of them like the got me, like I said. I pulled in there and I couldn't see. The fire was right there and it was so much black smoke I couldn't see where I was. I had the tractor in high gear, put the disc down, tried to unfold it, and she wouldn't move because I had her all the way up in road gear. So I had to hurry up and put her back in D. I was in D, I had to put her in B. And I just started going. I just set up part of AW's yard and say, sorry AW, but I wasn't gonna get I saved your house anyway. So it was coming right for his big, he's got a big mansion, it was coming right for it. I disced it around it a couple times, unfolded the disc and cut the fire off. You know, something like that. I've been in the fire department, it's hard to put a field fire out with a little brush truck. Without a disc, I mean, that's what it helps on. It helps you out. Not taking anything away from the firemen, they did a great job, but man, when that wind was blowing 20 miles an hour, I mean, a disc is the only thing you can do to stop that stuff, because it just spreads so quick. I mean, it's dangerous. It can overtake you fast. It can overtake anybody fast like that. It was dangerous. So the first one wasn't as bad, but that second one was bad. But this rain should help everything. Get this ground, some moisture in the ground for the beans I got planted. They should just pop right up now, every one of them. Some of them are coming up. But I got about 200 some acres left Thank you for this rain. It's not going to help the corn that's already, the sand hills are done. Now we're just holding yield. We lost half of our yield already up there. So, you ain't going to make it, but this will help some of it anyway. If we could get one of these showers a week, it would help, but a lot of our corn is already done. We've lost half of our yield already. So I know people get tired of hearing about it, but pivots are the key. I'd rather have a $200,000 8-9 row pivot than $1 million John Deere X9. Trust me. You get all your pivots in, start making that crop every year, even in droughts, and you can go buy an X9 because you guaranteed your crop in. So I don't know. Let's hope this helps it. It's starting to slack off. You see the sky starting to brighten back up. We got some, but just ain't gonna. This little bit ain't gonna help like that. It's just too far going. But it was something. So, see you later. Okay, so I'm getting ready to take this filter apart because the tractor will not run. Because it says the filters. I've had problems with this tractor with these filters. The DPF filter and whatever the other filter is, the emissions crap that's on these tractors. So she's finally, they said she's finally gotten bad enough. With Deere, there's 2 filters in here. Deere wants $21,000 for the 2 exhaust filters for the emissions thing that Obama or Biden, whoever created this nonsense, has. So I got a guy in Milford, a company that cleans them for $500. So I'm gonna pull them out and take them up there. He'll have them done in 24 hours. I gotta bake them, put them in some kind of solution, do whatever, and it's only $500 to do that. So $500 is a lot better than $21,000. I mean, $21,000 for 2 filters. How stupid is that to make farmers? This stuff shouldn't even be on farm equipment. The things that produce your food, why would you want something that breaks down in the field and then a farmer has to spend $21,000 to keep it going? I mean, does that make any sense? And everybody that has these can do it. I mean, we need to just delete this stuff. I know there's a delete kit, so that might happen because if they don't get the filters clean, then she's getting deleted. So there you go, government. She's getting deleted. Alright, I didn't video the process, but put that in there for right now. Here's all your temperature readings. Here's what they look like inside. There's the top. And then there is the bottom, all black sudded. And then, here, let me flip you around. Here's the other one. And I don't know how he cleans it, but he said he can clean it. He wanted the whole entire metal canisters so he can clean them. So that's all I know. Thank God for government and emissions. So I can't get anything planned to feed you guys because the government makes you put dumb stuff like that on the tractor. And like I said, them 2 filters right here, this filter, this one right here is $14,000 from John Deere, they told me. And this one right here is $11,000 is what it is. So what's that, 25,000? Yeah, 25 grand is what they told me. 21 to 25 is what Steve said. He looked them up on a computer, and I know he said one of them was like 14 and one of them was like, it was either 9 or 11, but it was ridiculous for both of them. And even the John Deere guy said it's just so dumb. And he was like, man, I don't know. He's like, it's like they're almost trying to make it so you can't farm. So that's going to put us down for a couple days. I could use my brother's tractor. We did put a new G5 monitor in his with the section control and everything, but she's currently hooked up to the baler. and he's got a little bit more baling to do. So this guy said that he can have it, if I take it to him tomorrow, he wants me there tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. He'll have it done the next morning for me at 8 o'clock. So he said he does a 1-day turnaround. He said he cleans them, bakes them, and then he tests them or something. I don't know. Puts them in some kind of solution, and he bakes them for 12 hours and then does something, test them out, or I don't know. And if it doesn't work, like if the filters are bad after he does all that, he only charges you $75 in it. $75 instead of the $500. So we'll see. That's where we're headed tomorrow, Milford, Delaware. I forget the company's name. He gave me the address. I'll show you guys tomorrow morning. See you. Morning. So I'm riding around looking at the corn across town, and it actually looks really good. I mean, it doesn't seem like the drought's starting to affect some people over here, but I can't believe I meant to didn't video those two farms. We'll see what this farm up here looks like. I'll give you a look at it. I was more focused on looking, but the corn is beautiful, tall, green. I do need to fertilize it. I haven't fertilized it yet because we weren't going to. We didn't get no rain, but man, the corn on this side of town looks way better than the corn on that side of town. I don't know if this side got rain versus, I know we haven't had any over there, but it looks good. So we'll go up and see what this farm looks like. If it looks good, then we're going to have to make a decision on if we're going to put fertilizer on it or not. I mean, I got to put some of it because I had to work on the arm of the planter, and the fertilizer pump timed itself out, and I actually forgot to go in there, and when I got going again, you know, your mind's thinking about a million other things that you just did, and I forgot to turn the fertilizer pump back on like 6 passes. And you can see where I can't believe it's still as green as it is. You can see that it's a little bit weaker, but it's not like I thought it would be. But we'll go check out this corn over here in the other farm and see what it looks like. I'll show you that anyway. I meant to show you that. That looks, I mean, damn, that's some of our prettiest corn around. So we'll see what this one looks like. And there's chances of thunderstorms here and there. It's just chances. It's like not definite rain coming. So if we could just get one good all-day easy rain, that would make up a lot of difference. But I still got 250 acres of soybeans we haven't planted behind wheat. There's just no moisture in the ground. Plus the tractor's broke down. As soon as they get the exhaust clean, the filters, we'll put her back together. But we're probably still going to have to wait to plant. Of course, I could hook my brother's 8335R up and plant because she's got the same G5 as mine. So all the same, you know, everything's transferred over to it. But it's just a matter of, that wouldn't matter anyway because it's too dry. So we do have the beans coming up in the wheat ground that I have planted, so that's a good sign. But we'll see. Let's go check this corn out. Alright, we're coming up on this farm, and it actually looks good. I don't see anything turned up. I know they didn't get no rain over here. I mean, it literally hasn't rained in 2 months other than the 10th. And I still don't know how this corn is looking like it does. But it's definitely got to get fertilizer on it. This might be the only crop of corn that we actually have. I mean, I tell you, I'm impressed with the seed consultant. This is a 115 day. And it has held up excellent in this drought. The 1094Q has held up excellent in the drought. Now that's on the other side of town. Now the sand hills are really starting to show it now where that corn was planted, but the rest, I mean, that's any brand when you're talking about sand hills like we got. But this right here is the last field that I planted. Looks really good. parking area. It's a little bit weaker here because of compaction. Twisting, turning stuff around, but overall it looks really good considering the drought that we've had. Now the 1094Q has held up good, like I said, other than the sand hills. There's the sun for you this morning down here. The rest of the fields, you know, where the sand hills aren't, looks excellent. But, you know, our sand hills are like just dead sand. But this corn looks really good. We got to make a plan. We definitely need to get something on it. Other farms are quite a bit taller. I planted them, planted this last. So, the 115 day definitely holding up, looks good, but we got to get something on it. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and that's the end of the video. I'm just going to start figuring stuff out. We loaded all the chicken houses up with straw. The rest of it we're going to haul it to Pennsylvania to their mushroom farms. We have 12 more bales that go in the chicken house. We got to finish that up this morning and we'll be done. Wheat harvest was good. We averaged right around 100 bushels an acre overall with our wheat, so very happy with that. And who knows, that might be the best crop we have all year. See you later.